everyone is such the big celebrity on social media
I know.
that like people don't really break that down. And the ones that are working towards that most times aren't the bigger celebrities because they're spending the majority of the time putting the stakes in the ground
on the back end, what you don't see.
But then one day everything just looks crazy.
Right.
Everything
wow,
just
he's living this glamorous life.
crazy out of nowhere. Like
traveling every week, like, but it takes work.
It takes time. Well, it's the big show. The Black Idea Guy podcast is a new business and culture platform created to serve as a compass with the ultimate goal of helping talented, urbanly influenced creatives get disruptive new ideas off the ground.
Nice.
Fuck with that?
I really do.
All right. Now, acronymed as the Big Show, we hope that this unfiltered exchange leaves every listener with realized game, new perspective, inspiration, critical insights, and new ideas that drive results. This all comes firsthand from a former athlete, now turned experienced innovator, multi-potentialite creative, and entrepreneurial marketing mastermind, the Black Idea Guy himself, Mick Allen Brown, and a range of featured guests alike. So I want to say,
I love that, bro.
After that, yo, this is the pledge.
Bio.
You know how like you had to stand up in class and say the Pledge of Allegiance. This is gonna be.
I'm gonna give a.
This is gonna. Hey man. So the first thing I want to say on this platform now that we are rolling is this is not a humble space, bro. You don't gotta feel like you gotta be humble on this platform. This ain't.
I mean, I don't know anything but that though.
Nah, the thing is though,
you're gonna have to bring a new kind of criteria out of me.
Nah, bro. Like, well, one. I'm here today with Kasai McCoy. Shout out to one of the youngest entrepreneurs that I was in the crop with. Kasai.
We came up together, bro.
We came up together, bro.
Word.
We came up together. I remember it's gonna be a lot of like I remember kind of like moments.
Yeah, of course.
You feel me? Like it was the event Studio 15. It was. So it didn't just convert into the new. Because you convert. Was it a conversion?
I made it a dead situation.
You made it a dead situation
for reasons I can't really speak on, but you know it had to be dead. Yeah.
So, but that was your first idea.
It wasn't actually.
That wasn't your first idea.
It wasn't my first idea.
But that was the one that you sat with the most.
That's the one I sat with the most. My first idea actually was I was doing graphic design for churches.
Okay.
As I grew up, I just was always in the church. That's all I knew.
Okay.
So I'm like, how can I get my hustle on? I don't want to work for anybody.
So, how young were you when you knew that you wasn't trying to like really do the
first time it was about 11 years old.
11 years old.
Yeah, I just saw the struggle that everybody around me was dealing with, and I'm like,
people your age or adults?
No, adults.
Adults.
So I'm like, I gotta get started now to not be you guys because this is not good.
That's nuts that you were introspective enough to even notice that.
Right.
A lot of people just
it was just a really depressing environment. Everybody I went around, they're like, even come down to my parents. I don't have any money. I want to go to the movies. Can I get $10, Ma? No, I don't have that right now.
Right.
Why do you not have $10?
Why do you not? Why?
Really, that bothered me.
Right.
So I'm appreciative for those experiences because it really made me hustle hard.
Right.
I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna be me.
So at
I'm
11,
gonna have money to go to the movies.
That's
word.
That's love.
Yeah,
it's crazy because when I was 11, I was pursuing the hoop dream. You know what I mean? I want to be like Mike.
Word.
Right. So me and many other young black inner city kids. Right. But it's like were you exposed to what you then took on as your identity in entrepreneurship? Were you exposed to that to even know that it's possible to like not have to say I don't got $10? Like,
not necessarily, but my grandmother, she plays a huge role in my life. Like she always.
I see you posting all the time.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's my heart right there. So she's always played a big role in my life. She's always been about her business. Like whether it was, she's never owned the business or anything, but she's about that money. Like she's going to make that bread.
Right.
So she's always spoken positivity into my life. And it's not to say that my parents haven't, but she just showed me how to get it. Like she always had nice cars as I was growing up, Mercedes, the finest things. And she's even blessed me with some of those.
Yeah.
So to see her grind and to see her encouraging me all the time, I'm like, You got something going on.
Yeah. I like.
That's a little bit better than
I like
what
how
mom
this
and dad
feel when I
got
look at
going
this
on.
shit.
Exactly.
When I look at this.
She always had personalized plates. She always branded her name really well. And I was thinking the other day about how she always had McCoy. She had that personalized license plate for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about how influential that was to me branding businesses.
Mm.
So, I mean, my grandma has really, I don't even call her grandma. Her name is Nanny. But she's played
Shout
a
out to
big
Nanny.
role. Shout out to Nanny forever and always. But those little things have always shown me, yo, you got this.
Yeah.
She took me to Valley National Bank when I was 11 years old, started me up with a bank account. So all those things come together, and I'm like, let's take off. We got this.
Yeah,
I didn't see too much inspiration. No, I didn't.
I like one, I admire that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so would you say are you the first entrepreneur in your?
My immediate family, yes.
Okay.
Now I do have older cousins that are like in their 40s, 50s. They own a barbershop on East 2nd Street in Plainfield. It's called the Doctor's Office. So I have seen entrepreneurship in my family, but we weren't as close knit until now.
Right.
Now that I'm actually like them.
Right.
So, you know, unfortunately, it goes like
Conversation a little different.
Yeah,
now.
it's a little different, you know? He's not the little boy that you know. Hey, what's up, cuz? It's bigger than that now.
Yo, Kasai, bro. I have a couple different topics, couple different things that I just like, you know, in knowing you, in growing with you, in seeing your growth, and just kind of experiencing everything. I was like, yo, this would be interesting stuff for us to exchange on. But of course,
I'm super excited to be here.
With this not being a humble space, and with this literally being a fireside chat, like,
okay, I got you.
Like, let us really know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And let us know the perspective which you walk in your shoes with. Right? It's different. You putting on the you know, you being the clean cut, polished individual that you are, and you retain that forever. But like, it's different when we want to know what's going on up here
in mind
as you're maneuvering.
And that's why I'm thankful for a space like this, because I don't talk that much. And like we were saying earlier, I think this is the first podcast that I've officially been on visually. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you for having me here.
Hey,
and
man, this is
when you started the podcast. I'm like, well, I can't wait for him to ask me to be on.
You
and
can't.
Here we are.
And you knew. And you knew.
I knew it was coming. One
Yo,
day.
your name has been on my board for quite a while, and it's crazy. Like, so I had to shut down the show for like a couple weeks because my hard drive crashed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yo, like total transparency, that shit happens in real life, bro. Like,
you
hard
lost
drives,
files?
hard drives
Were you able to
crashes.
recover?
Yeah, I was able to recover. So the hard drive, it didn't crash. It was just like not able to read.
Gotcha.
So I had to swap everything.
I've been through that. That's not fun.
It's
I
not
actually
fun.
did a wedding in Mexico. I was coming back on the flight. The flight got delayed.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, let me start working on the wedding.
Yep.
I got 10 hours.
Yep.
All of a sudden, bruh, I'm telling you, I lost the clips from that wedding because the memory card got damaged while I was transferring to the hard drive.
Ooh.
Didn't have a happy client.
And what people got to realize about losing wedding footage is that
Come on, bro.
you can't say I do again.
Exactly.
You can't say.
First of all, nobody's spending that money again
You
to say I
can't, you
do
can't
again.
spend that bread to say I do again.
Exactly. Unless you had COVID weddings like me where you had 2 weddings.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay.
I did say it twice, but that means you really mean it.
Right.
Nah, but fortunately, I was able to go to a computer store and get the memory card fixed. So I did recover the one missing clip.
Bro.
But I'm telling you, I delivered the wedding video without that clip, and the client literally was like, where is that clip?
Right.
I'm like, she's not going to notice. There's no way.
Right.
The wedding video is still beautiful, you know, but it's the only thing that she didn't get to see from the wedding day. The bridesmaids coming in.
Yep.
So thankfully, they recovered it, the one clip, and we're friends to this day.
Hey, man. Yo, it's crazy.
So I hope it got better with your hard drive.
Yo, you being in business, and like understanding how reputation like travels, how reputation
It's
precedes
so important.
you. Reputation is a big thing, yo.
So important.
Like in that moment,
Mm-hmm.
that one client could have like
Ruined
said
me.
something about you, could have like put a review up about you on the
Exactly.
internet or something.
Mhm.
Like, yo, like,
But instead, she speaks well of me because of my effort to still recover that file.
yeah,
Word.
yeah. I mean, you went above and beyond.
I did.
You know,
Yeah.
Magic Johnson talks about that a lot, about over delivering,
Mm.
right? Over delivering,
Under-promising.
making sure you under promise and
Yeah.
over deliver. Like,
Word.
and
I
that
have
right-
to take on that mindset more because I'm more of a, I'm going to give you exactly what I say.
yeah,
You know, I'm very literal. So it's better to, you know, under promise, obviously.
I mean, hey, I think whatever drives results
Mm-hmm.
is kind of gonna be the go-to.
That's true.
You feel me?
I stick to me.
As you should. As you
Word.
should, bro. So
Word.
so like, all right, like, yo, one thing I noticed. So I follow you on social media. Right? We follow each other on social media. The one thing that I can say you do, so you have an infectious personality and you do everything with a smile.
I do.
As a black idea guy, bro, like that is amazing. It's amazing, right?
Thank
Because
you,
like you, I think it breeds the brand that you're building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, and I was thinking about that a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, man, he probably smiled too much. But then I was like,
is this such thing as
this is how
smiling
I'm
too much?
connected to people by smiling, and it's not even fake.
Right.
I just naturally smile that
That's
much.
what you, bro. It shows.
Then, like
That's
you said, it works with business because I'm literally a photographer and filmmaker. So,
Yep.
what do you want to pull out of people when you're taking pictures?
Right.
Smiles. Yeah, you want to get those, authentic moments too, but you want smiles ultimately.
Right.
Show those pearly whites.
Right.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Word.
And in black culture,
Mm-hmm.
like in black history, we don't smile as much as we need to.
True, bro. It's
You know what I'm
true, bro.
saying?
We
So
always seem down, even if
Right.
we're happy.
Right.
We
We always
just
gotta
look
be.
down.
We always gotta be
Tough.
like
I
mugging.
never wanted to be like that. I'm
We
like,
always
that's
gotta be
corny.
mugging.
Word. Like, nah, show the world your light.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. One, you're in the you're representing an unpopular opinion where people need that. Hopefully, we can increase more.
Right.
You know what I mean? People just need to be happy and just do
They
stuff
do, bro.
that they do.
You always
with
gonna
more
have
joy.
problems. I've been quoting Troy all weekend, actually. I don't know if he's saying that he's in the building or not.
Oh, Troy Rain is in the
Troy
building.
Rain is in the building. I was at his show on Friday, and he said something very dope about his logo with the rose.
Mm-hmm.
It has petals. We love that beautiful part of it, but it also has thorns. So that goes to show that there's also going to be some bad that comes into your life.
Yeah, sure.
So with that being said, oh man, I lost my train of thought, bro. What was we talking?
No.
What was we talking about?
Well, we were going.
I was about to really hit a good point, bro.
Yo,
bro.
let's emphasize that because as a black idea guy, that happens to me more than you know.
Word.
It happens.
It's natural. It's
Like
natural.
that's natural.
Your
Like
mind is thinking about a million things. Word.
for anybody watching this show, you got to know that's gonna happen.
Word.
This is black
And
idea
it's all
guy
good.
blank out all
Exactly,
the time.
bro.
All the time.
Mine is always going. But not really. What did we say before that?
No. So we were in the vein of honestly, it slipped my mind too. Hey, there we go.
Yo.
There we go.
That's funny.
Nah, so
Oh, you were talking about the culture and how that's not usually displayed. So I was
There we go.
saying
you just picked my mind back.
we're gonna let that part go. Cause I can shout out to Troy Ray. Go ahead, bro.
So yeah, all right, let me revert back to my anchor points. So okay. Yo, man, I think like there's a thing that as you know, for figures in entrepreneurship, like, you know, we all come from a place. We all come from we all come from this centralized location, and many times you have been places, you've experienced things, you've traveled, you know what I'm saying? You've worked with interesting people enough that can give you perspective that could open up your palette of life.
Yeah.
Right? And many times, like, the things that you do with that knowledge that you accrue, you inject into your behaviors, your pursuits,
Right.
and people start to throw this word around, right? Legend.
What's the word?
They start throwing around legend.
I've actually only heard that like a couple of times in my life.
Yo, like, I mean, like,
Actually, somebody tagged me in a post this morning, and they were calling me a legend.
A young
Like,
legend.
Wow, I'm honored.
yo,
I mean, I've always aimed to be one, but for other people to actually recognize it as such,
right.
it's a different kind of caliber.
It's a different game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, we strive to be legendary, but I think many times the ones who like really reach legendary status, it's unintentional.
Yeah.
You're just kind of living in your purpose, living in your truth, doing
Right.
what you feel is right.
But you know what, bro? For me, it's always been intentional, and I think that's what makes a difference.
Mhm.
Because growing up, like I told you about my circumstances, I was intending to not be like my circumstances. I
Right.
needed better.
Right.
I wanted to be at a certain height of fame, a certain height of money. I want to be a celebrity.
Right.
Even to this day, I'm not where I want to be. I want to be up there with the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's.
Right.
And because of seeing them, I'm like, yo, I have to create this foundation and continually work on it. So that's what I'm doing every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
How hard is it to wake up every day and run into this burning building we call entrepreneurship?
I'm gonna say honestly, sometimes it gets very hard, and I've even recently at this point, I've been like, yo, what if you get a job?
Yo, here's a question. When's the last time you applied for a job?
It's been about 4 years.
Do you remember the last job you applied for?
Yes.
What was it?
Community Access Unlimited. I was handling finances for disabled people. So I was making sure that they were spending in their budget.
Mm-hmm.
Now that job did layoffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said to Guy, I'm like, I'm never going back to work again.
right.
This is my time to shine, baby. Let's get it.
Right.
If this is ever the time to put in some effort, it's now.
Burn the ships.
It's now. Let's see if it works.
You're right.
If it don't work, okay. I can get another job.
Right.
There's plenty of jobs.
Right.
But right now, this is the prime time.
Yeah.
And I haven't returned since.
Yo, it's like, well, the thing too, man, like I had interesting moments in my like work history where like I had a previous employer tell me that I wasn't a 9-to-5 guy. Like literally came to my desk.
You need people to tell you that.
Sat me down, was like, yo, look, like, you know, like he was trying to fix his mouth to find the words.
Go start your business, bro.
He's like, you know, you've been here 2 months. You've been here 2
months, bro.
I was there 2 months, bro.
He didn't even give me no time.
He was like, you know, you've been here 2 months.
Still learning the systems at that point.
You know, yeah, we see what you're doing, everything, but you know, I could just
this ain't working out.
You're not a 9-to-5 guy,
right.
But I'm not gonna fire you.
Oh, nice.
He's like, yo, I'm not gonna fire you.
Nice.
I'm gonna give you a couple more months to really figure out what you want to do.
That's dope.
You can stay here as long as you complete what we're telling you to do.
That's what's up.
Just hang out.
That's a respectable guy.
But I'm not gonna fire you because I know you got a good heart, but your heart's just not here.
It's not here. Word. And it shows.
It shows.
It shows.
Totally shows.
Like I got fired from McDonald's.
I mean, how you get fired from McDonald's? I mean, granted, I would probably get fired from McDonald's too, yo.
Bro,
I probably would, bro.
When your heart is not there. Actually, you know, it even goes past your heart being there because I can enjoy anything that I sign up for. I applied for the job. I'm working here. But then when you have poor management and you feel like you are a manager.
Oh, yeah. Bro.
It gets to be a butting of heads with the authority.
Oh, bro, I'll tell you, bro. I was at a very large Fortune 500 company, right? Trying to take my boss's job. I spoke about this on a previous podcast, but I really just had no corporate etiquette. Wow. I didn't know you were supposed to go in there and stay down.
But you don't know, especially if you already have that entrepreneur mindset.
I was trying to come in there, I was going for the jugular.
Exactly.
I'm like, yo, I was like, yo,
let's rise up.
I was like, now I dead ass was coming in the office, and I'm saying we it was like a big event, like media marketing company. They shall not be named on the Black Idea Guy pod.
No need to.
They shall not be named. So this company, you know, I was coming in there, and I was seeing all the tasks, seeing all the roles, just kind of seeing the behaviors of everybody, and I'm like, yo, he looks important.
I want to be him.
I'm like, yo, he looks like what he does. I'm like, yo, what does he do? Right? So I started looking at his shit. I mean, just seeing, scoping for a couple weeks. I'm like, yo, that's what he does. How much you getting paid for that?
I can do that.
How much they paying him? I was like, yo, I can do that too.
Yo, facts though, bro.
And then, like, you know what I mean? So they put us in the field. We started doing our work or whatever. And I'm just like, you know what? Yo, this is kind of easy what they got us doing. Let me try to add some more value and see if I could, you know, streamline this process.
Just trying to add a little value.
But
see where he's lacking.
When they realize that you're starting to fizzle amongst all of the other sharecroppers, right? And then now you're packing on value. You're showing them ways of doing things. You're showing them methods and systems. You're speaking a different language than your subordinates at your level.
Right.
Now they're like,
see that
he's
level
a threat.
Talk. That
we
level
have
talk,
to get him.
We have to stay at a certain level.
Oh, that? Yeah. Or else you a threat.
What we can do.
Or else you a threat,
That's
bro.
Funny. I never wanted no caps.
They had to get me up out of there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I would have fired me too, bro.
Word.
The way I was.
Well, you doing too much.
I wasn't wilding. Like, I wasn't wilding disrespectfully. I was just like, yo, I was very much rebellious. Like, I was rebellious from the fact that I'm like, yo, this what y'all need to do, and y'all don't see it. I see it before y'all see it, and I'm trying to
bring the ideas.
Right. I'm a producer. I'm not.
So was he open to at least hearing what you had to say, or?
Yeah, I think he was open to hearing what I had to say. He just didn't want them to be coming from me.
Okay, so it needed to funnel through somebody.
It needed to be funneled. And again, I had very little corporate etiquette at that time to even know come in, build relations with someone that has some sort of clout level.
Right. And
I
you were
was just like,
younger,
nah.
too.
I was front facing and everything I did, I was letting niggas know I was me.
let's
Me.
go. It's
I
go
did
time.
this. Like, it's me. So
Word.
yeah, man. It you know what I mean? But
What
luckily,
you learned though?
the universe worked in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I was let go on a Friday and I was touring on Tuesday around the country. So it was,
I remember.
it happened very, very
all the
quick.
time.
Oh, it happened.
Word.
Yo, it happened. It happened fast, bro.
Yeah, and everything is a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Even with my time at McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yo, I've had some like cold fries at McDonald's, man. I don't know.
I'm
if
sure you have.
You might have.
I've had some cold
done
fries.
those, bro.
Bruh.
Those might have.
I don't think it was me. I was on the cash register.
Your work,
I was on the cash register.
I remember this one time I had cold fries, bro, and I'm like, yo, bro.
That's cause
Like, yo, how? Like, yeah, how does this happen?
bruh.
It must have been you back there.
I don't
making
think
the
so, bro.
fries,
They
dog.
would throw me into the fries randomly though, so maybe it was me. I don't know. That's probably why I'm not there today.
Yo, all right. Well, let's hope we didn't get no more cold fries.
Word up.
Yo, so I've gone on to build this identity of building brands, man. This is what I do, bro.
I love it.
This is what I do, man. Like it's very easy to me.
Yeah.
I've helped
Nature.
a lot of people. Second nature, bro. You know,
Bro,
and-
I've seen you. I'm telling you. I don't know about the basketball history because I have no interest in sports.
Hey,
So
man,
even
you know,
if
two-time state champ, you know what I'm saying? We
You
can
know
go
what
down
I'm
the
saying?
list.
I
accolades.
congratulate you for that. But when you started to
talking about shit a
transform
little.
into business, I'm like,
Oh yeah, when I started getting to that word, yeah,
that's just where I resonate.
that's where you was at.
know what I'm
Word,
saying?
right,
Word.
right.
So seeing you come across the years, I mean, we've had a very similar path.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, different experiences.
The Express, and I pushed the envelope.
I forgot you.
Right,
Yo,
like
word.
I pulled the you gave me the platform.
Bro, I thought that you created I Pushed the Envelope. So every time I would see it everywhere, I'm like, yo, Allen is across the globe with this, bro.
Yo,
For
yo,
real, seeing you at schools and stuff, I'm like, that's so dope.
here's the
So
thing.
when I would do career days around the city, I'm
Right.
like Allen.
Yup,
Like for real though.
yup.
It's lit. Word.
What's crazy about it is like that, like if you look at if you were to peel the layers back on everything that was an expression that might have come from my way in the last 10 years, you would literally see, if you laid them all out on the table, you would say, yo, everything that he's done has morphed from the last. It's the same. It's the same like genes.
Right.
The DNA of everything is
We're
the
just
same.
building it up.
Right? It just needed time. You just had to massage
Time
these
is the
ideas
most
in.
important element.
That's it, bro.
Everybody thinks everything's gonna be overnight. Oh, you're a photographer.
Goddamn.
It takes time.
Exactly.
It takes time. Once people get comfortable with things taking time, I had to get comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Because I've had dreams, like I said, since 11, 12 years old. I'm like, why am I not rich yet?
Right.
Even to this day.
Right.
Why do I only have a couple bucks in my account? It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But I understand that there's still time.
Yes.
I've been laying the foundation. I've seen the results of building the foundation. It's not like I haven't seen any fruits of it. But sometimes I'm like, why don't I have 1 million of these right now?
Right.
Where are they at? I've done enough, but I actually probably haven't. So,
yo, it's literally, you know what they say, time, opportunity, and preparation, right? When preparation meets opportunity, you get lucky, quote unquote.
Right.
But that buildup can take like the 10 years I've put in, man. I realized that the nature and the majority of the businesses that I'm going to run are network-based businesses. Right. They're going to be presented to me, and they're going to be expressed based on the depth of network that I can build. And I've been able to be presented into certain in certain rooms or be introduced to certain people because of the 10 years of networking
and you've
that I've
created
gotten.
a great network. You bringing all those
network.
people on board to shoot your series,
Right.
And now transforming it to focus on your brand with the hand sanitizer. First of all, that's genius.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
The name alone.
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
just show it to the camera.
Thank you, brother.
Name alone.
Hey.
In the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of the
I don't have to say nothing else. It's
man,
amazing.
All we gonna say is
Every time I see
choose
you, I
that.
be like, yo, recap them, bro. What was you talking about? Longevity.
Yeah, after you
We're talking about trust.
we were talking about, yes. So I mean, I was saying like this platform, this podcast, this idea of creating a safe space where, you know, urbanly influenced millennials, like, you know, particularly Black idea guys, and not just guys, these are Black idea girls too.
Yeah, they are.
Right. I'm waiting.
Women are on the rise.
I have a list of, you know, black idea girls that will be on this platform.
I
right?
love that.
This is for them
Because
and
women
us.
are out here right now.
Oh, bro, the future is female.
It really is. Women
Real
are out
talk.
here shining right now, even more than the guys.
Absolutely.
It's their time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because they've been suppressed for all these years.
Yeah.
All these years.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to the point that you said.
Nah. So we were jumping into trust,
Trust.
right? The trust part.
When you mention trust, I
Yeah.
mentioned longevity.
Yes.
So trust comes from longevity. I had a lady call me on Saturday, right? I didn't recognize the number at all. She calls me and she's like, "Is this my neighbor, my former neighbor from Reeves Terrace?" I was like, yeah, who's this? This is Mrs. Brown. I have you written down on my paper as my angel from my neighborhood. So I'm like, oh, wow. I hadn't talked to the lady in about 7 years. 7 years. And she called me to encourage me. So I was having a really bad day that day. As y'all know, my car had just got towed. I saw y'all the day before.
Oh, that was are you for
Yes.
real?
No, that was for real.
Okay.
When I was on that phone, that was real.
Okay.
I've been dealing with that all week. But anyway, so she called me. She just said, I just called you because I just wanted to make sure your phone number was the same. And she said, I can tell that you're a very responsible young man because you still have the same phone number from over 7 years ago. So that's why I mentioned longevity, because consistency is really key.
Right.
I've had the same phone number all my life. Now, you got people who switch up all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. But that shows, hey, I can trust this person.
Right.
This person is consistent.
Reliable.
This person is sticking to the same vision that they had before. It's just growing.
Right.
So we had a great conversation. I don't know if that hit as hard as I thought it was going to hit.
Nah,
but
it
the
hit.
bottom line is, the bottom line is,
We gonna throw some bags on it.
I told y'all, wait for the recording.
But nah, yo.
The bottom line is that was important.
She's absolutely right though.
Because a lot of times you don't recognize what you're doing.
Right.
You know, I got the same phone number, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
The thing about it is, the reason why that's so true and the reason why that hits so hard is like, all right, I'll strap on my marketing hat right now, right? It's like constant repetition and seeing something, it becomes numb into someone's mind that's viewing
it's embedded.
it, right? It's embedded into their minds the more you see it, right? That's why, like, when songs like Cardi B's Bodak Yellow,
I know.
it was a great song once we became programmed, right? We were programmed to like the song.
Because honestly, I watch Cardi's videos.
Yeah.
I listen to her lyrics.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Cardi has
got
some
hits.
She got hits.
She got hits.
She got hits, yeah.
She has hits. But it's not really that much being said in those lyrics.
Oh, no, and it's not supposed to.
It's not.
I don't think it's supposed to. I think that, you know, the most successful talents, the most successful artists, the most successful like generational impactors, right? The generational movers, shakers, right? They just understand timing and execution. Right. Time and execution, right?
And unfortunately, it's the people with empty lyrics that get there faster.
Yo, but if you look at the industry, if you were to look at the music industry, since we're talking about music, right? It's like, as an executive, put your executive, be the boss that you are. At that level, they want ROI. Right. Right. So they
Put money
know
into you need to make me some money.
Right. And they know what has traditionally proven to work.
Because they study.
Right. Or at least they have research done, or they have like these A&R that are in the field, XYZ. But the thing about it is, the reason why I see the industries being so skewed and so jaded, and why they're now opening up the door for like more localized influencers or localized ears to the street is because they were trying to carbon copy artists across the board. Right. They wanted to go get the artist that sounded like the last artist that made the #1 record. Exactly. And if you could find that next artist,
because this current time frame that we're in is evolving so much, that just is not going to work.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to work.
Right. Right. Because audiences now are pulling the bluff.
Yeah. And I think this is the realest the world has ever been.
Think so?
Yeah, because you have people talking about depression online, anxiety online, what they're going through throughout their day. I never saw that before.
But do you see that as a form of clout chasing?
Nah, not really.
You don't think so?
Sometimes
some people use vulnerability to melt hearts.
I'm not saying
to
that,
steal attention.
No, trust me, I know that's out there.
You know?
But when I go on Facebook and I see a status that I really wanted to put that myself, and I could resonate with that, and now I see that it's actually being exposed instead of just talked about amongst our circles without the cameras on.
Right.
I'm like, yo,
you identify with it.
This is dope that this is out there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish that I would have been able to vocalize that back then when I was struggling building businesses.
Yeah.
People are talking about the problems that they have in building businesses.
Right.
They're talking about the problems they have in building families.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about the problems they have in being in regular society. To me, that's dope.
I agree.
Word.
I think it is dope. But I also think like sometimes authenticity can be like you need to look deeper into people and see that what they're really saying is genuine. Like,
Right.
is this really you? Are you promoting
Most of
this
society
as a
is
performance?
doubtful of that, though,
Right? Yeah.
because of what we come into.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've had people that have shown me that they're the nicest person in the world, but then they do some corrupt stuff to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, so you really not 100%.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
me, I operate righteously, and I do that at least 99% of the time.
And maintain that forever.
And I maintain that. So
Right.
when I have people that do me wrong, it disheartens me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad that you don't carry the same values that I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even back to you saying I smile a lot of people might think that